Colorado High School Activities Association basketball is on B106 and B106.com. This afternoon for the Digger Dome and Brush, it's a regional championship game as part of the Sweet 16 in Class 3A as the Brush Bee Diggers entertain the Aspen Skiers. The Bee Diggers yesterday defeating the Clear Creek Gold Diggers 80-50, while Aspen a 59-56 winner over the Florence Huskies. I'm John Beltran with Jen Goodall. Bee Diggers starting lineup is brought to you by Blowdorn Lumber. At blowdornlumber.com, you can browse the virtual showroom, view the current sales, complete a credit application, and shop the entire inventory online. Whether you're a contractor painting your living room at Blowdorn Lumber, you'll get the same friendly service and advice to make your job easier. Blowdorn Lumber at Fort Morgan at 130 State Street. First of all, we go with the visiting skiers. As in the lineup, they've got Evan Patzold, a 6'1 junior guard, along with Levi Wright, a 5'5 senior guard. Clayton Crawford, a 6'4 senior center. The leading scorer, also a center, at 6'4 senior Trent Lichtenwalter. And Dominic Alcorda, a 6'4 junior. Lots of size for Aspen. And they are coached by Steve Ketchum. The Bee Diggers coached by Ken Garcia. Go with Jake Brown, Austin Garcia, Randy Baker in the backcourt, along with the point guard Jeffrey Dunker and Kyle Rosenbrock in the front court. 2 juniors and 3 seniors starting for the Bee Diggers here in this regional championship game. We'll have updates of the Brush Lamar girls game as well, going on 1010 as well as KSIR.com. The Bee Diggers dressed in their home whites with the maroon numerals and gold lettering. Aspen all black today. They were the designated home team last night. They're the 10 seed. The Bee Diggers are the 7 seed, so makes for a good matchup. The Bee Diggers at 18-5. Aspen at 19-4 going into this game. Opening tip brought to you by State Farm Insurance. Kyle Rosenbrock, Clayton Crawford, controlled by Aspen. Here's Levi Wright with the basketball. On the outside right, the ball is lost. Levi Dunker strips it away in the front court, then he throws it away. Wright with the basketball on the outside right, faking a 3 over there is Alcorda. Back out to Wright. Wright with the basketball, guarded by Dunker, looking to his left. Swings it right side to Patzold. Down low in the lane, dribbling right baseline and squeeze underneath, and stepping on the baseline was Clayton Crawford. Both teams could come out a little bit nervous. This is obviously to land a spot in the final 8 in the Great 8, beginning on Thursday from Colorado Springs. Dunker into the front court for the Bee Diggers. On the outside right to Baker. Back to Dunker. In the right corner for Baker. Fakes a 3, double teamed over there. Baker dribbling to his right, cross court to Dunker. Dunker at the top of the basketball. In the left corner for Garcia. Dribbles to his right. Garcia baseball pass and a high right to Baker. Baker with the basketball. Picks up his dribble. Bounce pass at the top for Dunker. Outside right Baker. 3 in the air. Good for Randy Baker. He knew it when it left his hand. And the Bee Diggers now with a 3-0 lead in the early going. Bee Diggers apply the pressure. Levi Wright in the backcourt, pressured by Dunker. Looking, still looking. Swings it to Crawford, wide open as Lichtenwalter. He's got it down low. He's trapped over there by Garcia. Had the ball stripped away, but picked up and banked up and in by Dominic Alcorda. Nice play by Aspen as they were in trouble there momentarily, but they were able to score. Brush 3, Aspen 2. 6:41 to go in the opening quarter. On the outside left is Dunker. Back to Garcia in the high right. In the right corner, Baker, another 3 is no good, and the strong side rebound is controlled by Clayton Crawford of Aspen. Over to Wright, Wright into the front court, and then he ran into Dunker, no whistle, he fell down. Back to Crawford to the outside left corner, faking the 3 is Patzold, now taking the 3, and making the 3, Evan Patzold. And Aspen now with a 5-3 lead. 6:14 to go first quarter. This team can certainly shoot. On the outside right, Garcia with the basketball, dribbling to his left, back out to Baker. Baker lobs it in the right corner for Brown. Back out to Garcia. Garcia towards the top of the three-point circle. Outside left to Baker at the free throw line. In the lane. Jump pass down low. He was looking for Dunker to cut. He did not. It's out of bounds. Dunker pointing to himself. And both teams have committed 2 turnovers in the early going. Bee Diggers apply the trap. In the backcourt, Wright with the basketball. Dribbling against Dunker. And then nearly had the ball stripped. Gets it into the front court. Bounce pass on the outside right to Crawford. Right baseline to Lichtenwalter. Down low, poked away, but taken by Alcorda. He missed the shot. Dunker with a rebound for the Bee Diggers. Dunker across the timeline between his legs at the free throw line. In the left corner, Rosenbrock. Baseline to Brown. Back out to Rosenbrock. In the left corner for Brown. He'll take the 3, and it's no good. And the rebound is into the hands Looked like that was Evan Patzold, and then the Beat-Diggers steal it away in the front court. Third turnover, Garcia down low. Rosenbrock banks it up and in for Kyle Rosenbrock, and the game is deadlocked at 5. 5:17 to go in the opening quarter. Wright dribbles by Baker, and then he dribbles by Garcia on the outside left to the lane. Jump pass inside is knocked out of bounds, and it is off of Brush. And it will stay with the Aspen Skiers. And to throw it in the left corner will be Patzold. Back out to Alcorta. Alcorta gets a pick, dribbling towards the timeline. Deadlocked at 5 with 5 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Levi Wright on the high right. Bounce pass down low. There's a foul on Jake Brown on the entry pass to Trent Lichtenwalter. He's going to be a load to handle, I should say, for the Beat-Diggers.
Yeah, it looks like the Aspen Skiers are going to try and do a little high-low with their posts, as well they should with that height advantage.
Patzold to throw it in to Lichtenwalter in the right corner. Bounce pass at the top for Wright. On the outside left, here's Crawford back out to Patzold. He fakes the three, takes the three, and buries another three. You can't jump out at a shooter if he's going to fake you all the time, and that's what Patzold's done twice. 8-5 Aspen, 4:40 to go in the opening quarter. Dunker lobs it at the top for Baker, right of the lane, in the lane, down low for Brown, reverse layup up and in off the glass for Jake Brown. That was beautiful. I don't think he saw the basket. He just knew where it was. Aspen 8, Brush 7, 4:27 to go in the first. Bounce pass in the front court to Wright. They don't have the numbers of 3-on-4. Wright with the basketball, nearly stripped, then he traveled. That'll be turnover number 4 for Aspen. The Beat-Diggers will force quite a few turnovers, but if Aspen keeps shooting like this, Brush could be in trouble. Evan Patzold has got a couple of three-pointers to begin the game.
Well, and it looks like Aspen's going to stay in that 2-3 zone and pack it in, make us shoot from the outside.
Here is Jeffrey Dunker at the top of the three-point circle. On the outside right to Garcia. Garcia dribbling to his left in the right corner for Baker. Bounce pass right of the lane, and it's intercepted. No Beat-Digger came back to the basketball. Nice play over there as Lichtenwalter has the basketball. Then his front court pass is knocked out of bounds by Austin Garcia. Three-quarters court. Aspen retains possession to the left of the Beat-Digger bench. And to throw it in will be Alcorta. Alcorta looking at the top for Crawford. Crawford guarded by Rosenbrock. Dribbles to his left in the corner for Wright. Wright fakes the three, dribbles to his right. Left of the free throw line, guarded by Rosenbrock. Bounce pass at the free throw line for Crawford. He leans, backs it out to Wright. Wright fakes the three, bounce pass left baseline for Crawford. Crawford in the lane all the way, hooks it up, threw up an air ball, and Jeffrey Dunker has it for the Beat-Diggers. Dunker into the front court at the free throw line, and then that pass is tipped out of bounds, intended for Brown. Poked away nicely over there by Trent Lichtenwalter. Here come Jacob Nichols and Bryce Needens in for Jake Brown. And Austin Garcia with Brush down 8-7 with 3:37 to go in the opening quarter. And to throw it in will be Bryce Needens. Needens lobs it left of the lane to Nichols. Free throw line for Rosenbrock. On the outside right, Dunker. Right corner, Needens. Three in the air. Yes! Bryce Needens nails the triple. And the Beat-Diggers reclaim the lead at 10-8. Backcourt pressure being applied. Wright with the basketball. Wright throws a baseball pass, and it is intercepted in the front court by Kyle Rosenbrock. Rosenbrock across the timeline on the outside right. Fakes the three on the outside left to Baker. Baker, cross-court pass to Rosenbrock. Rosenbrock saves it back into Needens, almost too far. Down low to Nichols, now to Needens. Check that, that's Rosenbrock right of the lane. Needens straight away, fakes the three, steps to his right, takes the three, and misses off to the right. And the rebound on one bounce to Dominic Alcorta. Alcorta across the timeline, over to Patzold, backs up, can't take that three. Nichols right on top of him, straight away to Lichtenwalter, lobs it inside, knocked away by Nichols, intercepted by Bryce Needens. Beat-Diggers still lead by 2, 2:44 to go in the first. In the left corner, Dunker with the basketball, dribbles left of the lane, in the lane, and then left baseline pass is taken by Nichols, and then the ball is poked out of bounds over there by Clayton Crawford. Beat-Diggers retain possession. 2:37 to go, first quarter, leading by 2. Needens to throw it in. Needens looking inside, lobs it up top for Dunker. He'll take the shot, and that is off to the right. Nichols has the rebound. He goes up, and it's blocked from behind, but a foul on Trent Lichtenwalter. Nichols to the stripe. That's the first foul of the game on either side. Check that. Jake Brown did commit a foul for the Beat-Diggers. So Nichols to shoot 2. Beat-Diggers only shot 60% for the line last night. You want your vehicle and farm equipment to be in top shape, so make sure you take care of them. And the free throw's up, and it's in off the lip of the rim. Purchase the best quality parts and accessories at great prices at your local Napa store, Central Auto Parts in Fort Morgan. Second free throw by Nichols is perfect. 2 for 2 for the line there for Nichols. Beat-Diggers right now are on a 7-0 run. They trailed 8-5, then they lead 12-8. Wright trapped in the backcourt, looking, bounce pass front court, off of Crawford, intercepted by Needens, down low to Baker, saves it into Dunker, gets a defender in the air, banks, and scores for Jeffrey Dunker. Oh, that went around the lip of the rim, and it went in. Rush is now on a 9-0 run, leads by 6, and then the ball is kicked to the backcourt, no whistle. Levi Wright with the basketball, trapped by Dunker. Over to Crawford, into the front court to Alcorta. Alcorta in the lane, pass down low, and it's off of Lichtenwalter out of bounds, and the Beat Diggers' defensive pressure has now caused 8 turnovers in the opening quarter with 2:03 remaining.
It has, and I'm impressed that they are staying up with that, and they're not allowing Aspen to get any good looks.
Rush is on a 9-0 run, leading 14-8 with 1:53 to go in the first. Baker with the basketball at the top of the three-point circle. Gets a pick from Nichols, left of the lane, left corner. Dunker, 3 in the air is no good, and the rebound is controlled by Dominic Alcorta. That's his second rebound. Outlet pass, though, is intercepted by Rosenbrock. Rosenbrock right of the lane, down low. Dunker banks and scores. What I liked about Dunker's shot there, he didn't even jump. He knew that the defenders were coming. He just shot it off the glass. Timeout! The Aspen Reds take it as the Brush Beat Diggers are on an 11-0 run, 32nd timeout, 1:33 to go, and the Beat Diggers leading 16-8. Now Brush is playing their game, but they got to play their game for 32 minutes because this Aspen team, they have shown that when they get the open shot, especially Evan Patsolta, he can certainly score. Now Trent Lichtenwalter is averaging about 16 points a game. He's not scored yet, and you don't want to get him going. This team is still very dangerous. That's why they're 19-4 going into this one.
Well, and what I was watching on their offensive set is they ran kind of a low flex, which means that you're setting up a screen for the person going to the other side, but then they had another double screen for the guard to come through on the other side. So it's kind of a different offense that I don't think we've seen yet this year. So the Beat Diggers have to do a good job of talking and getting over those screens.
It'll be Needens, Cranston now, Baker, Nichols, and Ben Mickey for Brush. And the same 5 remain out there for Aspen, Patsolta, Wright, Crawford, Lichtenwalter, and Alcorta. Here comes Wright across the timeline, guarded by Cranston with 1:22 to go. To Alcorta, down low for Crawford. Runs into Nichols, stripped away by Mickey, but he commits the foul. Well, let's see if the foul was on Mickey or was I think it was on Ben Mickey. It should have been. That'll be Brush's second. Yep. So Aspen retains possession underneath the basket, trailing by 8 with 1:19 to go in the opening quarter. And Patsolta to throw it in. Over to Alcorta at the top for Wright. Left of the free throw line. Alcorta down low, reverse layup up and in by Crawford. That was a beautiful pass. And that stops the 11-0 run by the Beat Diggers. 16-10. Brush with 1:07 to go in the opening quarter. With the basketball, Needens fakes the 3 on the outside left. Over to Cranston. Now to Needens, left wing. Baseline pass. Mickey, little 7-footer. He pulled the string. But the rebound to Nichols. Reverse layup. He missed that one. And the rebound to Alcorta. That's his third rebound. Aspen coming the other way. Wright on the outside right. Guarded by Cranston. 48 seconds to go. And the bounce pass over to Alcorta. Straight away to Crawford on the outside left to Patsolta. Down low, Lichtenwalter. Inside to Crawford. Banks and scores. And a foul. Ben Mickey commits his second. And Clayton Crawford, the second leading scorer, goes to the line to shoot 1. And the Skiers are to within 4 at 16-12, and Jake Brown to check in. And the free throw taken by Clayton Crawford. That is up, and that's perfect. 16-13. The Skiers are now in a 5-0 run. 38 seconds to go in the opening quarter. And this team came right back. I mean, that's why they've only lost 4 games, and Cranston is going to dribble the ball just beyond the timeline to Baker, back to Cranston. Beat Diggers going to be very patient on this possession. They at least want the lead going into the second quarter. Cranston just maintaining the dribble as Aspen stays in that 2-3 Jen was talking about. Cranston with 13 to go on the outside right to Needens with 11. In the right corner to Nichols with 10. Back out to Cranston. Right corner Needens. He'll take the 3, and that is off the back of the rim. And the rebound controlled by Clayton Crawford. 2 seconds to go. Wright's going to have to put up a prayer, and he throws it down low. Up and no good by Lichtenwalter, but that was after the buzzer. We have played 1 quarter in this regional championship game. It is Brush 16, Aspen 13 on B106 and B106.com. Beat Digger basketball to begin the second quarter. Brush leading Aspen 16-13 Austin Garcia with the basketball at the free throw line. Back out to Dunker on the high left. Cross court to Randy Baker. Dribbles right baseline. Spins on the defender. Double teams. Got to look for a teammate. Bounce pass to Garcia. Garcia right of the lane. Jump pass tipped away. Taken by Baker. He chases it down. Foul from behind near midcourt by Dominic Alcorta. That's his first. Again, same starting five for Aspen. They have not made a substitution. B-Diggers are definitely a deeper team. But right now it's only a three-point game, and normally that depth, as we found out yesterday, doesn't pay off to the second half. John Beltran with Jen Goodall. With the basketball is Garcia near the top. On the outside right to Dunker behind that three-point line. Dunker dribbles right baseline, cut off, bounce pass. It was kicked over there towards Rosenbrock, kicked by Patzold. Evan Patzold, Levi Wright, Clayton Crawford, Trent Lichtenwalter, Dominic Alcorta for Aspen. Garcia on the outside right to Dunker. Dunker back to Garcia. Garcia dribbles to his left, puts up a three, and that's in and out. And the ball is tipped around into the hands of Clayton Crawford of Aspen, his third rebound. And then the ball is knocked out of bounds in the backcourt. It stays with the Skiers. Now we know that three-point shooting is big for Aspen. They've already made two in this game. It's half of their points, or just almost half of their points. Approaching the 7-minute mark of the second quarter. 16-13 Brush. With the basketballs, Crawford at the top. Dribbles to his right. 15-footer good. For Clayton Crawford, he's got 7. And the Skiers are now on a 7-0 run. 16-15 in favor of Brush with 6:47 to go before the break. Brown with the basketball. Back out to Garcia. Garcia at the top. Looking. Down low for Rosenbrock. He's triple teamed. Has to dribble back out to Garcia in the lane. Floats it up and in for Austin Garcia. Strong move to the bucket. He knew he had the numbers, and the B-Diggers stopped that run. It's 18-15. 6.5 to go. Bounce pass is taken by Alcorta. Lobs it right baseline to Crawford. Cut off by Garcia. Bounce pass back out to Alcorta in the lane. Slams into Rosenbrock. No whistle. Over to Crawford, right of the lane. Lobs it down low for Lichtenwalter. He goes up and fouled by Baker. As he misses, Baker commits his first foul. And Trent Lichtenwalter to the line. That's the way you utilize size if you're Aspen. Nothing the B-Diggers could do about that one.
Well, and one of the adjustments that I've seen Aspen make is they're going from a low flex to kind of a high flex, but it's backwards.
Well, they're saying
running it.
It was on the floor, so no shot there. Here's Wright straight away, looking for the three, can't take it. Rosenbrock right there. Levi Wright dribbles to his right. No pun intended on the high right to Patzold. Guarded by Garcia at the top for Crawford, looking down low, swings it left side to Wright. Right back out to Patzold. Got to be right on top of him. He can really shoot the three. Rotating nicely is Rosenbrock. Swings it back out to Lichtenwalter. Lichtenwalter against Brown. Dribbles to his right. Bounce pass on the outside right to Patzold. Fakes the three, steps to his right. Takes the three. That's a tough one. And he drills it again! Rosenbrock was right there, but Patzold made another one. And the game is tied at 18 with 5:37 to go. No wonder this team has won 19 games. They've got a sharpshooter out there in Evan Patzold. Garcia with a basketball. It is now a 10-2 run for Aspen. On the outside right, Baker takes a three, and that's well off. Dunker with a rebound. He goes back up, and it's blocked out of there by Lichtenwalter and taken by Garcia. B-Diggers have to reset. Garcia with a basketball straight away to Baker. Baker dribbling to his right, crossover, back out to Garcia. Fakes the left corner three, swings it left of the lane to Dunker. Little 7-footer is off to the right, and the rebound is controlled by Dominic Alcorta. That's his fourth. 5:03 to go. Second quarter, tied at 18. Alcorta looking down low. Lobs it inside to Crawford, and he traveled. That'll be the 10th turnover, 9 in the first quarter for Aspen.
And that's going to be a problem for the B-Diggers. We've seen this before. I believe it was Valley that did the same thing where they'd lob it in. We have to make sure that our help side defense is in the middle of the court just for that play.
With the basketball is Dunker in the front court to Baker. Now to Dunker, now to Baker. Fakes the three, left of the lane to Rosenbrock. Foul from behind by Patzold. And that's the one thing. You've got to get Aspen into foul trouble. B-Diggers are not doing that. That's only the third team foul. Because if they're not utilizing that bench and you keep the starters out there, advantage to Aspen in that situation.
Well, and Patzold looks like a running back.
Yeah, he's a big, strong guy. Garcia throws it in. Backcourt to Needens. No substitutions yet by head coach Steve Ketchum. Straight away to Needens. On the outside left, Garcia. Wide open three in the air, and that is no good. And fighting for the rebound and grabbing is Trent Lichtenwalter. On the outlet pass to Wright. Right in the backcourt. Dribbling, still dribbling. Trapped. Had the ball knocked away. Loose on the floor. And it's picked up by Rosenbrock. Rosenbrock by himself will lay it up and in with a left hand. Rosenbrock now with 4. Into the front court with the basketball. Crawford to Lichtenwalter. They beat the press, and he banks it in. B-Digger just not doing the job there. Here's Needens on the outside left to Dunker. Dunker cross court to Garcia. Garcia behind the three-point line. Baseball pass to Needens. Jump pass to Brown. Left baseline. Little 7-footer off the back of the rim. Lichtenwalter has the rebound for Aspen. Then stolen away by the B-Diggers. Knocked out of bounds by Alcorta. It'll stay with Brush. The Lamar girls leading Brush 16-9, second quarter. And here comes Dunker the other way. With the basketball is Needens. Needens on the outside left. At the top for Garcia. Garcia with the basketball. Outside left to Needens. Fakes a three. Dribbles to his right. At the top, bounce pass left of the lane. Rosenbrock now to Brown. Cross court to Garcia. Deadlocked at 20. Now to Rosenbrock. Right baseline. Defender in the air. He puts it up and in off the glass. Rosenbrock with a big basket over Lichtenwalter. 22-20 Brush. 3:18 to go second quarter. Patzold dribbles across the timeline on the outside right for Crawford. Cross court. Levi right. Wide open three. That's going to be well short. And Needens has the rebound. I can't believe there was not a foul call. He went to the floor. Dunker stripped from behind and fouled. I mean, Needens was hacked. And let's see that. Well, Lichtenwalter now with his second foul. That's big. Wow. Jacob Nichols now. Yeah, that was a badly missed call. Anyway, Garcia to throw it in. Brush up by 2, approaching the 3-minute mark of the second. B-Diggers have led by as many as 8. On the outside right to Garcia. Garcia at the top for Needens, holding the ball up high. On the high left to Dunker. Dunker, cross court taken by Garcia. Right baseline to Rosenbrock. He's going to dribble out of traffic. Feeds it up top to Needens. Needens on the outside right to Garcia. Garcia to his left to Needens. Left wing. 3 in the air. Is off the back of the rim, but Rosenbrock will chase down the rebound for the B-Diggers. Only his first rebound. On the outside left to Needens. Needens with 2.5 to go. Cross court to Garcia. Garcia will take the 3. Yes! Austin Garcia nails the triple. He's got 5 in the quarter. And Brush now up by 5. 25-20. With 2:22 to go before the break. Right in the backcourt to Patzold. Lichtenwalter was open temporarily. Patzold on the outside right. Jump pass. Cross court to right. Right with the basketball. Near the top to Patzold. Guarded by Needens. Dribbles to his right. And he tries to fight through a pick. Back out to right. Left wing to Crawford. He'll take the 3. And that's an air ball. And Austin Garcia has it fouled in the backcourt by Dominic Alcorta. His second foul. So that's 2 players with 2 fouls.
Well, and by their rotation or lack thereof, I'm guessing that they're used to this kind of play. And they're used to playing with fouls.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt about that. So here comes Brush the other way with a basketball. Bryce Needens with 1:56 to go. In the left corner for Dunker. Back out to Needens. Left of the lane, Rosenbrock. Fades, shoots, misses, off to the right. Evan Patzold has his second rebound of the game on the outlet to right. Right with the basketball across the timeline. Left of the lane, stripped by Garcia. Oh, they're going to call foul on Garcia. That'll be the team's 6th. Garcia's first personal. Randy Baker getting ready to check back in. These are 2 very good basketball teams. Dunker's out of the game. And to throw it in is going to be Evan Patzold. Lobs it inside for Lichtenwalter. He fell down. And then what happened? He just fell down. No whistle. The Aspen fans are livid on the other side. They're looking for the whistle and the foul. Wow. Well, I think that unless it was a makeup call, I don't really believe sometimes in makeup calls. Other times I do. But in a game of this magnitude, who knows? Needens on the outside right with the basketball. Behind the 3-point line. Back out. B-Diggers are almost spreading it into a 4 corners. If Aspen stays in that 2-3, Brush will take their time. Needens on the outside left to Garcia. 1:22 to go. Dribbling to his right. Brush leads 25-20. Back to Baker. Now to Garcia. Brush will milk the clock here for the final minute plus. Now here is Baker at the free throw line. Fouled by Lichtenwalter. That is going to be 3. And head coach Steve Ketchum has got to make a move here.
Well, this is a smart move by Brush. I mean, if you're going to stay in that zone, we're going to dribble drive and make you come out and make contact.
That's the 5th team foul. Well, it says 5 up there. Yeah, I think one of them. Well, I've got, 3 on Lichtenwalter. And here into the game is J.J. Reddy. And apparently pronounced Reedy. J.J. Reedy into the game. Just beyond midcourt. Into the backcourt. Thrown in to Garcia by Needens with 1:07 remaining. The Beat Diggers lead by 5 before the break. Needens on the outside right, lobs it down low for Rosenbrock. Rosenbrock right corner. Garcia fakes the three, dribbles right of the lane, into Nichols all the way. He scoops it up off the glass, and then strong move by Jacob Nichols. And the Beat Diggers now have scored the last 7 points. 27-20 Brush, 48 seconds to go, second quarter. Hatzel behind his back, dribbling against Needens. Back out to Alcorta. Lobs it down low for Reedy. Reedy double team, swings it back out to Wright. Wright with 38 seconds remaining. On the outside left, picked up by Baker. Dribbles to his right, gets a pick from Crawford, penetrates and cut off by Baker. Levi Wright is cut off over there, and then, was he tied up? He was tied up. Possession arrow stays with the Skiers. Well, I thought Aspen got the opening tip. Oh, yeah, but the second quarter, the Beat Diggers threw it in, so that's right. So, but Aspen still has the basketball, 30.7 seconds to go. Reedy throws it into Crawford at the top. Crawford against Nichols. Out to his right, taken by Alcorta. Alcorta gets a pick, and then Rosenbrock tries to tie him up and does it. He steals it away. Over to Baker. Baker with 1 to beat, spinning in the lane all the way, and then he's fouled as he went up for the shot. They're going to say, oh no, travel instead. A traveling violation. Brush's first turnover of the quarter. There was contact, but the travel certainly did occur first. Excellent defense by Aspen after the turnover, which was their 13th of the game.
Well, and great job by Kyle Rosenbrock making that steal.
Here is Levi Wright across midcourt, guarded by Baker. Levi Wright looking, then he's fouled by Baker. Now that is the 16th foul, but Baker's committed his second personal. You don't want to commit your second personal as the leading scorer, with just 7.9 seconds to go before the break. And Jeffrey Dunker, well, it's a no-brainer.
Yep.
He's got to come into the game. J.J. Reedy to throw it in. And watch out for Evan Patzold. He's going to try to get free for the three. Over to Crawford. Crawford dribbling to his left. 5 seconds to go. In the left corner for Wright. Dribbles to his right at the free throw line. Swings it over to Alcorta in the lane. Leans. And then we've got no shot and no foul because the buzzer blew as that shot was being put up in the lane by Alcorta. We have played 1 half from the Digger Dome in Brush. We're at the break. It's Brush 27, Aspen 20 on B106 and B106.com. John Beltran, Jen Goodall back from Brush High School. As we'll head to the third quarter, the Beat Diggers lead the Aspen Skiers by a score of 27-20. And we hope to have some video on our KSIR B106 channel, second half video on YouTube. Austin Garcia, Jeffrey Dunker, Randy Baker, along with Kyle Rosenbrock and Jake Brown for Brush, Trent Lichtenwalter with 3 fouls, Evan Patzold, Dominic Alcorta, Clayton Crawford, and Levi Wright in there for Aspen. Beat Digger basketball. Austin Garcia just beyond midcourt. Looking, bounce pass on the outside left to Rosenbrock. Down low for Dunker, banks it up and in for Jeffrey Dunker. As the Beat Diggers now grab a 29-20 lead. Backcourt pressure being applied. Brush is on a 9-0 run. Patzold at the top, swings it right side for Wright. Wright spinning, looking, leaning, shooting, missing, fouled. To the line is going to be Levi Wright, and the foul was committed by Kyle Rosenbrock. That's his first.
No, they're going to say 24.
Oh, Randy Baker didn't see that. Well, he's going to land on the bench.
Oh, they changed it.
Yeah, I never saw Baker make contact with him.
Well, I was watching his reaction with the officials.
Well, yeah, Baker wasn't right there. He's on the court, but he wasn't there. And the free throw by Levi Wright as he tries to stop a 9-0 run is up and good. 29-21, Beat Diggers. Less than 30 seconds in to the second half. Second free throw for Wright is up, and that's good. Brush 29, Aspen 22. Here comes Dunker across midcourt for the Beat Diggers. Dunker in the right corner for Brown. Back out to Dunker. Swings it left side for Garcia. Garcia right side to Dunker. Dunker dribbles to his right. Cut off over there. Looking down low. Baseball pass cross court to Garcia. Garcia to his right. On the outside left to Baker. Penetrates left baseline. Cut off. Swings it back out to Rosenbrock. Rosenbrock with the basketball. Back out to Garcia. Garcia swings it right side to Brown. Near that right corner, Dunker. Back out to Brown. At the top for Baker. Over to Dunker on the right side. 6:56 to go, third quarter. Brush 29, Aspen 22. The Beat Diggers being very deliberate on this possession. Garcia back to Dunker just beyond the timeline. Dunker to Garcia. Garcia, baseball pass, cross court. Actually, it was just a chest pass, and he threw it away into the B-Digger bench. 5th turnover for Brush. He thought Baker was cutting over there. B-Diggers will apply the pressure. Levi Wright, picked up by Baker in the backcourt, over to Patzold across the timeline. Guarded by Dunker, looking, spinning. Still spinning, swings it back out to Wright. Wright with 6.5 to go. On the outside, left to Alcorta. Alcorta looking. Swings it back up top to Wright. Wright with the basketball as the B-Diggers sag defensively. They're in a man-to-man, though. Over to Alcorta against Baker. Swings it cross-court to Wright. Wright bounce pass inside to Crawford. Defender there, stripped away and taken nicely by Austin Garcia. Here comes Brush the other way. Garcia at the top. Left wing to Baker. Penetrates left baseline. Baker all the way. Threw up a shot taken by Rosenbrock, tipped out of bounds. So since it went behind the backboard, Brush retains possession. Baker was trying to draw a foul. There was no way he could have made that shot. Rosenbrock to throw it in. Stop, shop, and save at the Brush Grocery Cart on West Edison Street in Brush. You can also pay your public service bill. Baker back out on the right corner to Garcia. Right corner 3 is up and in! Austin Garcia nails the triple. And the B-Diggers now lead by 10. 32-22. Garcia now with 8. 5:47 to go, 3rd quarter. Quarter, front court pass to Lichtenwalter. Lobs it in the left corner for Wright. Wright penetrates left baseline all the way. Scoops it up, blocked by Rosenbrock. Taken by Crawford. He banks, misses, and a foul. Let's see who the B-Digger foul was committed by. And
Jake Brown.
Yeah, that's his 2nd. Clayton Crawford to the stripe. And his first free throw is a rainbow that is perfect. It barely hit the net. It was so pretty. Before your next mixer or feeder truck purchase, compare the MMI design, craftsmanship, and service. MMI International, 842-5161. Second free throw is up and in. The Aspen deficit is down to 8. 32-24 Brush. 5:33 to go, 3rd quarter. Dunker with a basketball on the outside left to Garcia. Swings it at the top for Dunker. Dunker takes a dribble now to Garcia on the high left. Garcia to his right. Swings it left corner for Brown. Brown back out to Garcia. Garcia with the basketball on the outside right to Dunker. Dunker dribbles to his right. Baseball pass to Garcia. He'll take another 3, and it's off the back of the rim. Dunker goes for the rebound. It's out of bounds. It's off of Dunker as he and Crawford were going for the basketball. B-Diggers will continue to pressure in the backcourt. There's the lob into Patzold. Patzold against Dunker. Dribbles by Dunker. Dribbles by 3. It's a 3-on-2. Patzold to Crawford. Layup up and in. The B-Diggers got burned defensively. Crawford with 11. It's down to a 6-point game. 32-26. Baker crossover dribble at the free throw line. Back out to Garcia. Garcia with the basketball. Left corner for Dunker. Dunker dribbles to his right. B-Diggers need a bucket to extend the lead back to 8 or 9. Dunker fakes a 3. Left corner for Rosenbrock. Back out to Dunker. Dunker at the top of the basketball. Back out to Baker in the lane. Slashes, fade, shoots, scores. Randy Baker's got that beautiful move, separating himself from the defender. And the B-Diggers now lead 34-26. 4.5 to go in the 3rd. Patzold, front court pass taken by Alcorta. Alcorta with the basketball, looking in the left corner for Lichtenwalter. Penetrates left baseline, and then the jump pass is poked away, and it's out of bounds. It's off of Lichtenwalter. 15 turnovers for Aspen, only 5 for Brush. Now the B-Diggers are looking to reclaim their biggest advantage of the game, which was 10 moments ago. It's down to 8 with 4:14 to go. 34-26 Brush. Dunker at the top of the high left for Baker. Baker swings it cross court to Garcia. Garcia, single team by Patzold, dribbles by him, backs it out to Dunker. Dunker right of the lane towards that right corner. Spins it back out, looking, jump pass to Rosenbrock. Reverse layup up and in! Oh, what a cut by Rosenbrock. What a pass by Dunker. B-Diggers back up by 10. 36-26, 3:49 to go, 3rd quarter. In this regional championship, Lichtenwalter fades, shoots, misses, back rim, and going for the rebound is Lichtenwalter. He knocks it out of bounds. Brush basketball.
Well, the B-Diggers are doing a good job of staying on the boards.
Here comes Dunker the other way. You're not fired up, Jim? Dunker on the outside, left to Baker. Baker cross court to Lichtenwalter. Lichtenwalter dribbles to his, check that, to Garcia. I've got the teams mixed up already. Baker dribbles left baseline. Baker on the outside right with the basketball in the left corner for Rosenbrock. Back out to Baker. Baker swings it right side to Garcia, penetrates right of the lane, scoops it up off the glass, no good. Dunker goes for the rebound. Dunker's got it in the lane, defender in the air, puts it up, and a foul on Lichtenwalter. That's going to be his fourth. As Dunker missed, he'll go to the stripe.
Well, that's one of the strengths that Dunker has, is he's able to stay around the hoop, and he's able to swivel his body somehow in between big bodies and get that rebound and then go back up with the shot.
All right, Dunker to the stripe to shoot 2. And the first free throw's up and perfect. Rattled home a little bit. Willow Coffee, Tea, and Smoothies and G Sweets Bakery offers cookies, muffins, and sweetbreads made fresh daily. Open early, Monday through Friday and Saturday as well. Coffees, lattes, and smoothie flavors. Second free throw good. 921 Edison Street in Brush. Dunker now has 8 in the game. He had 13 in the third quarter last night. Rush with their biggest lead, 38-26. Garcia with a steal in the front court, and then he falls down. Then it's restolen, taken by Lichtenwalter, scoops it up, and he traveled. Wow, that was a mess.
That was a serious mess. I'm glad nobody got hurt on that mess.
Baker triggers it into Dunker as the Beatniggers lead by 12 with 2:56 to go in the third. On the outside left to Mickey. Mickey with the basketball. Check that. That's Garcia wearing the old Mickey number. Here is Baker. Baker dribbling towards the top of the basketball. Nearly stripped and was stripped. And the ball is loose on the floor, still loose. And then it's going to be out of bounds. And it's off of Aspen. Well, the Beatniggers still fought for the basketball. The Skier fans are wondering what was the whistle. They didn't get it. Brush retains possession. 2:38 to go.
Well, I think Kyle let go just
third.
as soon as he was swinging up.
The inside pass to Rosenbrock is knocked away, intercepted by the Skier. 7 turnover for Brush, and then Garcia steals it away, and Garcia double dribbled. I mean, we have had a bevy of, what do you have, 6 turnovers in the last 40 seconds?
Something like that, yeah. It's
a mess, Jen.
And the Beatniggers are starting to double team on the, as soon as they try to get him to spin, they're double teaming that, and that's where they're getting the steals.
With the basketball in the front court is Levi Wright for Aspen. Wright with the basketball. 38-26 Brush, 2:23 to go in the third. Wright dribbling towards the timeline on the outside left to Alcorta. Lobs it cross court to Wright. Right behind the three-point line. Straight up to Patzel. Dribbles to his left. Left of the lane. Bounce pass is kicked by Jake Brown, and Aspen retains possession.
Well, and as I'm watching the body language of Aspen, they're not only frustrated, but they're also getting tired.
30-second timeout. Called by the Beatniggers, brought to you by Greg Mullen at State Farm Insurance. Home, auto, life, and health. State Farm Insurance is there for you and your family. Give Greg Mullen a call, 842-4555. Again, the Brush girls taking on Lamar, a 20-17 lead at the break for Lamar. And that game's still in the third. No update yet on that. Of course, you can follow us on Twitter at KSIR Sports and at B106, and on Facebook at 1010 KSIR Sports and B106. We still get calls all the time as to where you can listen to games and what's happening. But that's why we invite you to take advantage of that. You don't have to call anybody. You can have it at your fingertips, whether it be a smartphone, a computer, an iPad. And all that information is updated as it happens. Evan Patzel to throw it in. Aspen has scored just 6 points here in the third quarter. Patzel lobs it down low, put up and in on the fly there by Trent Lichtenwalter. Nice shot, 38-28. Lichtenwalter only with 4. We have 2:02 to go in the third. Dunker with a basketball into the front court, taken by Baker just beyond the timeline. Baker with a basketball on the outside left to Rosenbach. Bounce pass left baseline for Garcia. Back out to Baker. Baker in the lane slashes, scoops it up around and no good. Ball is tipped into the hands of Dunker. Dunker fades, shoots, and it's blocked out of there. Dunker gets it right back. Dunker to Brown. Brown all the way up off the glass and in. Oh, the Beatniggers just being persevering on the glass. 40-28 Brush. Minute 33 to go in the third. Right into the front court to Alcorta at the free throw line. Down low, Lichtenwalter wide open. He banks it in and a foul. And Trent Lichtenwalter to the line. He scored 4 points in the last 2 possessions. And he will shoot 1. Jake Brown has committed his third foul. Jacob Nichols checks in for Brown with a minute 27 remaining in the third, and the Beatniggers up by 10. And Bryce Needens, who's had a lot of time to rest in this quarter, will now check in for Brush. And Trent Lichtenwalter to the stripe. And his free throw's in the air. That's good.
That guy has a smooth shot, doesn't he?
He does.
Big, tall guy.
5 points in the quarter, 7 in the game for Lichtenwalter. The lead is down to 9 for Brush. Plenty of time to go. 1:23 in the third. Needens across the timeline. Bounce pass in the right corner for Dunker. Dunker swings it to Garcia all the way, and he scoops it up, and he missed it. Rebound Garcia, and he's fouled as he went back up. Garcia to the line. Garcia to shoot 2. Evan Patzel commits his second. Yeah, they got to watch out. Lichtenwalter, he's got those 4 fouls. B-Diggers have got to attack him. And the Garcia free throw is perfect. Nothing but string for the junior. Rush up by 10, 41-31. Second free throw is up and perfect. Everybody staying quiet while that free throw was taken. And the B-Diggers now lead by a score of 42-31. 1:07 to go in the third. A trip to Colorado Springs is on the line in the grade 8. Crawford with a basketball at the top. Into the lane, lobs it down low for Lichtenwalter. He scoops it up off the glass and in. He's got 7 in the quarter. B-Diggers cannot stop him now. They held him to 2 in the first half. 42-33 Brush. With 49 seconds to go, Needham's front court pass to Rosenbrock. Rosenbrock dribbles to his right. Retreats towards the timeline. Back out to Dunker. Dunker lobs it left corner for Garcia. Garcia to his right, trapped over there. Jump pass to Dunker. Dunker puts it up left baseline around, and good for Jeffrey Dunker. Got some rim and glass, and it went in. Rush leads by 11, 44-33. Another nice third quarter for Dunker. 6 in the quarter, 10 in the game. 23 seconds to go. Patzel free throw line. Jump pass knocked away by Needens, and Patzel chases it down, ball loose on the floor. He gets it, swings it over to right. Inside, intercepted by Bryce Needens. B-Diggers have 12 seconds to go before the end of the third quarter. Needens across the timeline with 8. Needens with 7. Dribbles to his left, behind his back with 6, and he's fouled. And he's fouled by Dominic Alcorta. That'll be the third team foul. His third personal. Alcorta getting up slowly. But, Jen, this is where when you don't have the depth, it hurts you.
It is, and you can tell they're getting frustrated. Aspen is down, and I don't know if he got hit in the head. He's saying he's okay, but this is where that fatigue is going to take place, and the depth of the Brush Beat-Diggers is going to pay off.
Needens to Garcia. 2 seconds to go. Jump pass to Needens. Got to get off a shot. He does, and it's short. And that's the end of the third quarter with the score. Brush 44, Aspen 33. You're listening to B106 and B106.com. Aspen has the ball to begin the fourth. Brush 44, Aspen 33. Lead by right out there with Evan Patzel, Dominic Alcorta, Clayton Crawford, and Trent Lichtenwalter. Had a big third quarter there with 7 of his 9 points. Lead by right at the top on the outside right to Alcorta. Alcorta against Rosenbrock. Back out to right of the lane. Swings it down low to Crawford. He's double teamed and fouled by Rosenbrock. 14th foul for Rosenbrock. That's his second personal. And the Skiers to throw it in underneath the basket. Brush outscored Aspen 17-13 in that third quarter. Entry pass is stolen by Rosenbrock. Rosenbrock with a 4-on-2. All the way, scoops it up off the glass. Too strong. Put up and in. No. Missed by Garcia. Then he's fouled. And he goes to the floor off that miss. Let's see if it was on the floor. I think it was going back up. Yep. Clayton Crawford commits his first. I was looking at that play through a lens. I thought the ball had actually gone in, but nonetheless, Garcia to the line after Crawford committed the foul. Garcia had 5 points in that quarter. He's got 10 in the game. And the free throw is around and no good.
You can hear the crickets coming out of the walls. That's how quiet it is in here.
Sometimes when this place is packed, you can still hear it. And we got not a capacity, but a pretty good crowd here in Brush. Second free throw is up, and that's good. It rattles in for Austin Garcia. B-Diggers lead by a dozen, 45-33. 7.5 minutes to go in one of these team seasons. Lead by right for Aspen at the top on the outside right to Alcorta. Alcorta still looking, dribbles, swings it cross court to right. Right dribbles left to the lane, in the lane, leans from 10, good for Levi Wright. He's got 4. The Beat-Digger lead is down to 10, 45-35, with 7:09 to go from Brush. Bryce Needens with the basketball, cross court to Garcia. Garcia looking for Needham. Swings it left side for Needham. Dribbles to his right near the top. Jump pass inside. Poked away by Lichtenwalter and intercepted by Wright. Here the other way is Crawford for a layup up and in. Off the glass. Off the pass from Alcorta. Crawford now has 13 points in the game. It's an 8-point lead for Brush. 45-37. 6:44 to go. Garcia on the outside right to Rosenbrock. Rosenbrock, was he fouled? We got a whistle.
Nope, there's going to be a conference here, whether it's offensive or defensive.
Levi Wright commits his first foul away from the basketball. It's the team's fifth. Beat Diggers have committed 14 fouls. And to throw it in will be Austin Garcia. Lobs it right corner for Nichols. Nichols hands it off to Garcia. Takes a long three. Good! Austin Garcia's come through with another big triple. With 6:32 to go in the game, the Beat Diggers now lead by 11 as Austin Garcia has had a 9-point second half, 14 points in the game. Dunker and Rosenbrock are out. And Baker and Ben Mickey are in. Well, the Skiers going to have to score on most of these possessions now, down by 11. That was a huge three for Brush. Alcorta with the basketball between his legs, just beyond the timeline, setting up the Aspen offense. Alcorta right side to Patzold. He's thinking about a parking lot three, doesn't take it, down low for Crawford, double team, tied up by Baker. Possession arrow, Brush.
Well, and if you watch Patzold, he slid down to the corner, so I think that was a design play to get him a three-pointer in the corner.
Well, big difference in this game. 20 turnovers for Aspen, only 9 for the Beat Diggers, and that has been a big difference so far. Get an update on the girls' game, hopefully, coming up soon. This is KPRB, Brush Fort Morgan, Morgan County's B106 as we are at the top of the hour. There's a steal by Aspen. Front court pass knocked away by Needham's out of bounds. It should stay with Aspen. At least I think it should. Yep, it will, as the Beat Diggers commit their 10th turnover. And to throw it in is going to be Patzold. Patzold looking, still looking. Lobs it on the outside left for Wright. Wright with under 6 minutes to go in the game. And we've got a timeout. And we'll keep it right here. I'd say Garcia's hit a couple of clutch threes. Dunker had a big third quarter.
But the defense is staying solid, and that's the biggest piece of this puzzle.
Yeah, a couple of layups in there for...
That's on a press, though, and that, you know...
Right, that's expected. I mean, first of all, and this team is so tall with Lichtenwalter and Crawford and Dominic Alcorta. They got the size advantage.
But I was watching the low post action just now, and Jacob Nichols is battling with that guy. I'm surprised they haven't called a double foul yet because they're both kind of starting to throw elbows. So hopefully they can clean that up and calm down a little bit, and neither one of them ends up getting a foul.
And again, hopefully we'll get a score of the Brush Lamar girls game. It was 20-17 Lamar at the break, but still not an update on that one, which means it's about to come to a close. This game was ahead of that game. Right now, 48-37 in favor of the Brush boys here over Aspen. 5:57 to go as that timeout was taken by Aspen. B&B Appliance carries a full line of in-stock and ready-to-be-delivered Whirlpool appliances. With the world moving towards more green energy, time for you to recycle the old and get in with a new appliances, that is, at B&B Appliance. It'll be Patzold to throw it in. 3/4 court for Aspen. Over to Crawford. Crawford straight away guarded by Baker. Into that right corner for Wright. Dribbling to his left. Back to his right against Baker. Right baseline pushed off. No whistle. Here down low is Crawford in the lane and tied up by Garcia. That possession arrow stays with Aspen. Stays with the Skiers. The Skiers headed the other way, but nice job by Garcia.
It was, and considering the height that he was giving up to his offender.
Well, that's why what happens when you bring the ball down. And that's what Crawford did. Allows the other team to make a play. Patzold right baseline fade, shoots off the back of the rim and into the hands of Ben Mickey on the deflection. Here come the Beat Diggers the other way. Needham's with the basketball near the top, and then we got a whistle and a foul. That'll be the 16th foul committed by Aspen. Evan Patzold commits his third. They're going to need him because of his three-point shooting. although he hasn't nailed a three-pointer since the second quarter, and Needham's to throw it in with a Brush up by 11 with 5:35 to go over to Baker. Baker on the outside right, looks up at the clock, dribbles to his left, between his legs. Baker looking, swings it right side to Needham's. Needham's against Patzold, right baseline. He leans, and then he traveled before that. Brush with 3 turnovers in the quarter, and we played just over 2.5 minutes. And the other way, here come the Aspen Skiers. Right on the outside, right to Alcorta, looking to cut it to 9 or 8. Down low for Crawford, right baseline, double team, slams it in, really? Reverse layup. And we've got, he stepped on the baseline apparently. But yeah, he shouldered himself right into Nichols, no whistle. But it was the turnover that gave the ball back to the B-Diggers. The 21st committed by Aspen. Approaching the 5-minute mark of the game. Brush 48, Aspen 37. With the basketball is Ben Mickey on the outside right to Baker. Baker dribbles to his left at the top. A whistle and a foul. And that's going to be
an illegal screen.
Yep. Dominic Alcorta, defensive foul, his 4th. Like to welcome in all our listeners today from that Aspen area here on B106.com as Jacob Nichols to attempt the 1-and-1, and the free throw is up and in for Jacob Nichols, and the B-Diggers now lead by 12. 49-37, 4:59 to go in the game. Looking for the second free throw coming up here. Jeffrey Dunker will check into the game for the B-Diggers. One-stop center for home improvement projects, Ackley Building Center, 1402 Mill Street in Brush for flooring, paint, tools, appliances, and more. Ackley Building Center, second free throw is going to be short, and lane violation by Nichols, well over the line. Brush girls leading now, beginning the 4th, 28-27 over Lamar. Here comes Levi Wright the other way with a basketball. Over to Alcorta, now to Wright, fakes the 3. Evan Patzold between his legs on the high left, cross court for Alcorta, right of the lane. Alcorta leaning, swings it down low for Crawford. Looked like he traveled, or was there a foul? Yeah, he did.
Nope, he traveled. Wow, that was an interesting play by Aspen. They actually set 2 double picks. All they did was turn it face the other way for another cutter.
Here comes Brush the other way. Dunker on the outside right to Baker. Baker with the basketball behind the three-point line. At the free throw line, over to Nichols. Nichols on the outside right. Swings it to Dunker. Left corner, Needham's. And we got a whistle and a foul prior to that. This will be a free throw and maybe a second one for Jeffrey Dunker. Evan Patzold has committed his 4th, and Jeffrey Dunker to the line. And all of a sudden the game has slowed down quite a bit. And it has slowed down because of the fouling. The free throw's perfect for Dunker. Brush by 13, 50-37. Second free throw upcoming is up and in. B-Diggers now with a 51-37 lead with 4:12 to go in the game. On the outside, left out quarter with the basketball. Looking, swings it down low for Lichtenwalter. He's fouled from behind. That'll be the 15th foul. Jacob Nichols pushed him from behind. That's his first. And to throw it in will be Levi Wright. Trey Cranston checks into the game.
You know, as a post play, it's really hard when you have a offensive post player leaning against you really hard and then they let go and you're leaning. That's how you usually get that foul called.
There's the lob to Lichtenwalter. Left corner, Levi Wright, 3. No good. Strong side rebound, Crawford. And Crawford was fouled down low. 16 foul against Brush. I think Ben Mickey made the contact there.
That one should be on the floor, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, he didn't even go for the shot there. Wanted to go for the shot, but Mickey wouldn't allow it there. Right to throw it in. 4:01 remaining. Brush leads by 14, their biggest advantage. Right. Down low for Crawford, knocked away, and it looked like Crawford then fouled as Baker nearly came up with a basketball. And that should be the 19th foul. Crawford commits his second personal. And this is almost becoming a free throw shooting contest. Only 1 second expired off the clock. So, Randy Baker will be shooting the 1-and-1. And the free throw is up and in. There we go. Second free throw by Baker's good. 53-37. This game is just about academic. The other way with the basketball. Patso with a parking lot three. That's off the bottom of the rim. Baker has the rebound for the B-Diggers. Baker into the front court to Cranston. Cranston with the basketball. Spinning. Looking. Bounce pass to Baker. Baker inside. That bounce pass intercepted, intended for Mickey. And then an offensive foul on Crawford through his left shoulder into Cranston. The team's exchange turnovers. Crawford has committed his third. Now we're getting an update from the crowd down low that the Brush Girls lead Lamar 31-30 with less than 2 minutes to go in the game. We're trailing Lamar by a point. We'll get a final on that one momentarily then as Cranston to throw it in. Cranston bounce pass to Dunker, cutting to the basket, scoops it up and in. Dunker scores. He's got 10 in the half and 14 in the game, and Brush leads 55-37, 3:23 to go. Right of the lane, Crawford, offensive foul.
That's his second one in a row.
As Dunker took that one, Crawford commits his fourth. And now Aspen will throw in J.J. Reedy and Jake Rosenthal into the game.
And one more.
And to throw it in will be Cranston. Yeah, we'll get to that third player here momentarily, and that is Patrick Martin. Where the basketball is Dunker, cross court to Baker. Baker over to Dunker in the right corner for Cranston. We're down to 3:05 remaining. B-Diggers lead 55-37. Crossover dribble by Cranston back out to Nichols. Nichols right of the lane, spins it back out to Baker. Baker at the free throw line, jump pass to Mickey, and a whistle and a foul.
Yeah, I think they got Randy on that pass.
And the foul was committed by Dominic Alcorta. He is fouled out with 2 points. Randy Baker to shoot 2. Well, even if the Brush Girls lose this game, which is very close right now in Lamar, they've given it a fight. Yeah, we had a tweet there that was incorrect. Said end of the fourth, Brush 28-27. That was the end of the third quarter. Free throw by Baker is off the back of the rim and off to the left. Second free throw coming up for the senior as the B-Diggers are 2 minutes and 56 seconds away from advancing to the Great Eight. That one is up and that one's in. Not a huge game offensively for Baker, only 8 points, but Brush is up by 19. Grayson Simmons in for the B-Diggers. Lichtenwalter, left corner 3, no good. Strong side rebound to Randy Baker with 2:44 to go. Here is Cranston at the top. Let's see the B-Diggers just take the air out of the basketball. Baker retreating towards the timeline. Crossover dribble. On the high left to Nichols. Penetrates left baseline. Nichols has to back it out. He's looking. Bounce pass over to Mickey. Little 10-footer. Yes. Then Mickey scores from that left block. First points of the game. Brush 58, Aspen 37. 2:18 to go. It was an 11-point game going into the fourth. Here's J.J. Reedy back out to Martin. Straight away to Jake Rosenthal. Rosenthal takes the long three. Good. 58-40 B-Diggers. And we have an even 2 minutes to go in the game. Baker to Cranston. Cranston retreating towards the timeline. Cranston behind his back. Bounce pass in the right corner to Simmons. Simmons dribbles to his left. Feeds it to Mickey in the right corner. Swings it at the top for Baker. Baker in the lane all the way off the glass. And he missed it. Rebound into the hands of Ryan Scheidt. Front court. Here is a long three up and good. That's made on the left wing by Patrick Martin. It's a 15-point game. Brush 58. Aspen 43, a minute 24 to go. Cranston into the front court at the top. Swings it right side to Baker. Baker dribbles at the top of the basketball. Left wing to Cranston. Penetrates. Swings it cross court to Mickey. Right corner Simmons. Simmons to his left. Bounce pass over to Mickey. Right at the free throw line. Back out to Simmons. Minute 5 remaining. In the right corner for Cranston. Cranston with the basketball. Dribbles. Back out over there to Randy Baker just beyond the timeline. 55 seconds to go. Yeah, if Aspen doesn't foul, the Beat Diggers might just hold the ball until the very end of the game. Cranston bounced past to Baker. Baker right of the lane, fouled there. Baker to shoot 2. Allowing some other players to come into the game. That's the only thing that accomplishes. Ryan Scheidt commits the foul. Baker with the 2 free throws. First free throw by Baker is good. Beat Diggers up by 16. 44.7 seconds to go. 59-43. Second free throw upcoming. Cameron Alexander about ready to check in for Brush. And in there for Evan Gearhart. Second free throw is good. Now somebody's getting updates down there that we don't have yet, but it looks like Lamar is in the lead late in that game against Brush by about 3 points. 41 seconds to go. Long 3 in the air is no good from that left corner. Missed over there by Shane Osmond. Cameron Alexander grabs the rebound. Beat Diggers up 60-43. There's about 25 seconds to go now. Right side, the pass is taken by Alexander. Alexander to the right corner for Simmons, and then the ball's knocked out of bounds by Osmond. And the Beat Diggers retain possession. Simmons to throw it in. With a basketball, back out to Cranston. Cranston over to Mickey. Now to Simmons. The Beat Diggers will hold the basketball. Hopefully no foul committed. Don't need to foul here. And the Brush Beat Diggers will defeat the Aspen Skiers 60-43. And the Beat Diggers have advanced to the Grade 8 beginning on Thursday from Colorado Springs. Let's take a 3-minute break. We'll come back with a recap on B106 and B106.com. John Beltran, Jen Goodall back from Brush High School with the Beat Diggers that defeated the Aspen Skiers and advanced to the Grade 8. Beginning on Thursday from Colorado Springs, final score, Brush 60, Aspen 43. Big Beat Digger post-game show brought to you by Buildings by Design. Knowing who you can trust to do a good job is the tough part nowadays, but when you hire Buildings by Design, you can trust you get the building you want, when you want it, and at the quality you deserve. Start your build project right. Start with Buildings by Design. As the Beat Diggers win this game by a 60-43 count, we'll go to the numbers here momentarily. First, let's speak to the head coach of the Beat Diggers, Ken Garcia, as his team led by 7 at the break, 11 after 3. In fact, they outscored Aspen in each and every quarter, including the fourth, 16-10. And even though you didn't win by the margin you did last night, Coach, you played a tougher opponent, but it seemed that you had fewer of those lulls this afternoon against a tougher opponent than you did last night.
Well, I think our kids definitely came ready to play, and they knew it would take a full 32 minutes, and I think they were ready for it. So we had there were a couple of lapses, but it was just maybe 1 or 2 possessions. It wasn't a big series or anything like that to allow them to stay in the game. So I really appreciated our effort today.
Trent Lichtenwalter, their big guy, number 23, was their leading scorer all season long. And you held him to 2 points at the break. Now he had 7 in the third quarter, but none in the fourth. What was the key in containing him and the rest of that size for Aspen, since you barely out-rebounded them, which was an accomplishment in itself?
Yeah, it was definitely, that number 23 and number 15, they were their go-to guys. And so we just had a concentrated effort, a team effort, to make sure that we controlled them. And like I said, our kids stepped up. There toward the end, you saw when 15 got the ball inside on their little post, them switching up on Austin, and Jeffrey would go down and double team him. Randy would go down and double team him, and we'd tie up the ball. And, we knew we had to do that. We knew we had to go down and get the ball out of his hands because, they wanted to get it to him. So, again, I think it was just a team effort, a great defensive performance by all of our kids.
Were you a little concerned early on when Evan Patzold for Aspen hit a couple of three-pointers, then hit a third three-pointer, but then didn't hit a three-pointer for the rest of the game?
we went in at halftime, and you know, we told them at the beginning of the game, we said, he is their three-point shooter. We got to stay out on him. And I thought early we were being over-aggressive, and we were trying to block shots. And so all he did was pump fake, and we'd go flying by him, and we'd give him a clean look at the basket. And I said, we just got to stay down and play good defense and give him an obstructed view of the basket. And I think we did a better job of that in the second half.
What about the free throw shooting? Only missed 3 out of 18 unofficially, and obviously you need those percentages as the opponents get tougher and tougher as you advance here.
If they're going to give you an opportunity to shoot the basketball without any defense, you know, you got to take advantage of that. So, you know, and it's been an issue all year long. We've been, you know, we practice it to death, and you know, the kids understand, and of course with the juniors and seniors that we have who've played basketball, and they know the game, and you know, they know what's on the line, so they're able to step up and put a little bit more focus in on the game, and you know, you saw that from last night to tonight, where our focus and our effort was, you know, for a full 32 minutes, and you know, that's what we were able to do today.
And you can tell when a team has limited depth because they kept Lichtenwalter in the game with 4 fouls, and I'm sure you were trying to foul him out. It didn't happen, but you gave it your best shot.
That timeout I called, you know, soon after, I was hollering to the kids down there to get, you know, he was their low post player, and I finally called a timeout, and I said, hey, guys, he's got 4 fouls. We got to go down there because he's a large part of their game, and if we can get him out, you know, that's just a benefit to us. But, you know, and you know, they did a good job of doubling down and playing soft on the wings so that he wouldn't get in foul trouble, and some of the other kids had to step up and do a lot of fouling and try to get back in the game, and like you said, we were able to step up to the free throw line and knock down the free throws.
And now looking ahead, playing in a new arena, Clune Arena in Colorado Springs on the campus of Air Force Academy, more than likely against Holy Family. Got to be excited for your second straight trip to the state tournament.
You bet. You know, it's the kids put in the work all year long, and they get to reap the benefits of it, and extending their season and going to the grade 8 or elite 8, whatever you want to call that. You know, that's just a feather in their cap, and they earned it. They worked hard for it. They deserve it, and I couldn't be prouder of these boys and what they accomplished.
Ken, tremendous job. Let's keep it going. We'll see you on Thursday. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Brush head basketball coach Ken Garcia. The Beatniggers improved to 19-5 as they defeat the Aspen Skiers 60-43. And let's get to the totals right now, as the visiting Skiers got 13 points from Clayton Crawford, 9 from Trent Lichtenwalter, 9 as well from Evan Patzold, who did not score in the second half. 4 points from Levi Wright, 3 apiece from Jake Rosenthal as well as Patrick Martin, and then 2 points from Dominic Alcorta. The Beatniggers were led by Austin Garcia and Jeffrey Dunker with 14 apiece, 10 for Randy Baker, Kyle Rosenbrock with 8, 5 from Jacob Nichols, Jake Brown with 4, and then 2 points from Ben Mickey. Turnovers, the Beatniggers with only 12, and 23 committed in the game by Aspen. Beatniggers with 16 rebounds, 6 of those from Dunker, 14 rebounds for Aspen, 5 of those from Crawford. At the free throw line, Brush unofficially 15 out of 18, Aspen 6 out of 8, and the Beatniggers led by 16-13 after 1, a 3-point lead, by 7 at the break, 11 after 3, and 17 at the end of the game. Just a very consistent effort for Brush.
It was, and I'm happy to see that they continued what they started in the second half last night, and they didn't have that lull or that bad quarter. I mean, it was a bad, like, maybe 2 minutes at the most, but for the most part, they played a complete game.
Brush girls nearly got there. They lost in Lamar 34-32, so they dropped a 2-point decision. A valiant effort, a 20th seed taking on a 4 seed, and they took them to the wire. But Lamar defeats Brush, ending the Lady Beatniggers season at 15-10. Final score there, 34-32. Would have been awesome to cover 2 teams in the grade 8, but we'll be there with the Beatnigger boys beginning on Thursday. Time to be determined. And our next game will be on Thursday. It'll be on 1010 KSIR as well as KSIR.com. We remind you can always follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Twitter at KSIR Sports and at B106, and our Facebook page as well at 1010 KSIR Sports and B106. And also you can check out YouTube videos as well. And we got those on our KSIR B106 channel on YouTube as well as KSIRsports.com. Great job today by our sound engineer and producer, Rose Condas. For Jen Goodall, I'm John Beltran. We'll talk to you once again on Thursday after the Beatnigger boys advance to the grade 8 with a victory in Brush over the Aspen Skiers, 60-43 right here on B106 and B106.com.